Welcome to another Transport Evolved Take 2 live stream. We are starting a new project today. Really excited. I've been waiting to do this project for a really long time. If you've been watching the Transport Evolved channel over the last 6 months or so, you'll know that we have been really eager to try and change things up a bit, to try and cover more than just electric cars. And I've said all along, you know, Transport Evolved doesn't have the word electric or car in it because we want Transport Evolved to be the face of evolving, changing transport, cleaner, greener, safer and smarter. Well, some of you have been asking me for a long time why I drive to work. You know, I have a Chevrolet Volt EV. I drive it from my house, which is kind of in the suburbs, all the way into Portland. It's about a 20-minute drive in the outside of the rush hour. In the rush hour it's like 45 minutes. Later this year we found out we're buying a house. We're going to be moving further out into the country, so this has come at just the right time. This is our new project. You can't see it right now, but it arrived today. We are going to try a challenge here at Transport Evolved, or rather I'm going to try a challenge. And that challenge is, can I leave my car at home for an entire month and cycle to work instead? Now, if you look at me, I'm not exactly what you call a very healthy person right now. I know I'm overweight. And I used to cycle 50 miles a day back in the day when I was much younger. I'm coming up on 40 this year. Kind of the middle-aged tire has spread. And so I'm very keen to see what this does to my health as well as to my commute times. Now, Portland, where we film this, has major congestion issues. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to unpack this now. Now, thank you very much to Rad Bikes, Rad City Bikes. This is it actually says on the box, I think, the Rad City, right here. There you go.
Whoop.
The Rad City. It is an electric bike, MSRP of, I want to say, about 15. We're back.
Sorry about that.
Tap on the thing at the bottom.
Which thing at the bottom? There's a bunch of bottoms. Look at this. On.
Tap that one. And then do live chat.
There we go. Okay.
And then the live chat, the messages will pop up as we're going. I think it's still streaming.
Sorry about that.
Erin pressed the wrong button.
Sorry.
On the live stream. So, as I was saying, and a lot of people are ask us, how do we get into electric vehicles? How do we, you know, I can't afford an electric vehicle. I just have a petrol car that I drive to and from work every day. How can I afford an expensive electric car? Well, maybe you don't need an electric car. Maybe you need an electric bike instead. And in some countries, in the UK for example, you can actually get some incentives in certain places to help you with the purchase of an electric bicycle. My spouse works at a company where they actually give like a stipend to help you buy a bicycle so that you can ride to work rather than take your car. And so that's what I'm going to try and do here for the next month. Now, there are some rules to the project, okay? Rule number one is I'm going to allow myself 1 day a week where I don't ride to work. And while I'm going to try and ride every single day, if there is a reason that I can't ride to work, for example, if I'm going somewhere else immediately after work, sometimes I do have to do business meetings outside of Portland, then I will allow myself the chance to ride in. I'm going to try and keep that to 1 a week. If it's terrible weather, we had ice rain last night in parts of Portland, and there was black ice on the road, I'm not going to ride in at 6 o'clock in the morning if the roads are going to be dangerous and if I put myself at risk and other people at risk. But for the rest of the time, rain, sunshine, I'm going to try and do my best to ride this to work every day. And I need you guys to help me. So let's unbox this puppy properly. All right, so what do we have here? This is the charger. Now, it feels like there are some tools in here too, so let's have a look.
Here, I'm going to go this one right here.
If you've got any questions, just ask and we can send them. Erin can speak them out and we can go from there.
If I can, you know, not press the wrong button this time.
Not press the wrong button. All right. down in here. Ah, okay. Got a lovely little toolkit. That's going to come in handy because I don't have any tools with me here in the office. I use that to actually assemble the bicycle. Pedals, kind of useful. Pedals. We've got the manual,
instructions.
Rad City electric commuter bike. That's what we've got here. Really, really nicely produced, well printed, well laid out batteries, information about where we go.
Are the ones a user guide or?
It's a user guide.
Okay.
Owner's manual.
There we go.
And then we've got the King meter, which is like a multi-function computer. It tells you how full the battery is on the bicycle, but also allows you to control to find out things about your speed, how much power you're using. What do we have here? This looks like a charger to me. I'll put that to one side.
I feel like I'm a parent and you're like a child opening a Christmas present. Yeah. Oh gosh, we become an unboxing channel.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Unbox therapy, eat your heart out. So we've got a nice little power cable here. It's just a standard 3-prong. I call them kettle leads. You don't call them kettle leads in the United States, but that's what I call them. And you've got this really nice charger here. Reminds me a little bit of the one that you get with a Nissan Leaf or a Chevy Volt or any EV, come to think of it, the granny one. Obviously, the difference is that this is what we're going to be using to charge the bike every day. Now my goal, and one of the reasons why we're trying this out is because, you know, we live out of town, as I've already said, and I have to climb about 1,000 feet to get to my studio if I came in on a bicycle. And I have ridden to work and from work before. It was a very long trip, took a very long time, because I'm very unfit. So let's put that to one side here, and figure out a way of laying these all out on the floor so that we don't...
Can't forget the knife.
Careful of the knife, yeah, absolutely.
No, you can't forget it.
Sorry?
You can't forget the knife.
Can't forget the knife. Okay, so
some foam.
Nice foam to keep the wheel in place. This looks like it could be the... Oh wow, come take a look at this.
Ooh,
so this is
okay.
The bike as it stands right now.
Okay.
Really nicely packaged.
Ooh.
Alright.
And there's that foam, very important.
So here is the front wheel. We've got the mudguard. I think the mudguard comes out first.
Is it all zip tied in there?
It's all zip tied in there.
Here, you need that knife.
We may need that knife. And
I've got a knife.
I'm trying to be careful. I don't even want to read the comments at this point. I'm trying to be really careful because I don't want to break this, and we're supposed to.
Be careful.
We're supposed to take.
Don't cut towards yourself,
kids.
kids.
In the same box when we're done. So this is the mudguard, for the front wheel. Really nicely made.
What? Yeah, what material is it?
Nice and lightweight. Somebody asking what material it is.
I was asking, but I mean, maybe some people would like to know.
I think it's just like a plastic. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay. And what are the little doodads on the side?
These, they are going to connect to the front forks.
Okay.
To allow us to...
My very knowledgeable and insightful use of the word doodad.
Doodad. All right. Now I'm trying to grab... I think I'm going to grab it by the top.
Doot doot.
Oh,
whoa, hello.
Right, now.
Would you like me to hold something?
Yeah, you see, I want to try and take it out without actually breaking it. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. I think what we'll do is we'll lie it down and then we'll just scooch it out. So
okay. Here, I'm gonna...
move the box.
You got it? Okay. Oh my goodness. Ah!
Now, interestingly, Rad City Power Bikes are based up in Seattle, so this didn't have too far to come. I see them all the way around. Well, I see them regularly on the road around these parts. All right. Here we go.
Would you like me to hold something?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, though, for offering. All right, so now because I've got my car with me today, obviously, I'm not going to be doing this today or tomorrow. Okay, so here's the bike in its...
You don't want to leave your car parked where it is?
Sorry?
You don't want to leave your car parked where it is?
No, I don't have a car. Those who know Portland, our office is based in Slabtown. It's not the nicest area of town at night time. So,
Okay.
alright, so wow, look at that. That's a monster motor. So here we get to see this is the motor.
Here, let me kind of, whoop.
It's a monster. It really is. What a beast.
Whoa.
What an absolute beast. Fantastic. Alright, so,
Kind of,
do you know what?
ooh.
I'm going to take my my hoodie up because I'm getting a little hot and bothered.
No!
You know, I don't want my thing coming off to cause problems. Alright, so this is about 1,000 watts, I seem to recall. I might be wrong, don't have the specs with me, but it's really well packaged. Look at that. Really, really nicely well packaged. So they cable tie everything together. This is your front wheel with your front disc. It's just got rear disc brakes as well. Nice comfy saddle, really nicely put together. And these are really nice chunky tyres as well. Not too firm, not too soft. All right, so I think that's everything out of the box.
Here.
There's an instruction manual in there. I think it just fell back in there, but that's fine.
Whee! You want to take a trip with me to go get it? Yay, let's go get it. Oh, okay, maybe not.
Okay.
It's too deep. I can't do it.
It's too deep. All right, so now I need my tools again. Let's see what we can find here. So I must say, unlike your average electric bike, which arrives in a bit of a state, I'm really impressed at how carefully packed this bike is, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get this back together. We might have to refer to this video in the future when it comes to returning it. Alright, here we go.
Are we going to need every single zip tie?
Well, I've got zip ties, so...
They're expecting every single zip tie back. We have to glue them together.
Alright, so... There we go. So that is our... This is for our handlebars. And cutting the wheel off seems to be the next logical choice. But I don't necessarily want
Oh, there's a box. Here, we're just gonna go
to do
and
this.
kind of just, hold on 1 second. Kind of tilt and rest the box. There we go. All right, cool.
Alright, so this is the front wheel. I'm trying not to give myself a puncture in the process, because that would be bad. You cut the wheel and you ended up with a puncture.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's not do that. And then
No hospital visits. Oh.
no hospital visits for anybody. Alright, so I'm going to try and make sure that these go in the right place. So, any questions
Well,
so far?
you kind of just, I don't know where to look. I'm frightened to touch this now.
Okay, let me
I'm sorry.
go for the questions and we'll take it from there. Alright, here we go.
Just kind of really quick show me how to pull them up, because
Alright, so
frightened.
if you go to live messages
Yeah.
and then whoop, should be there. For some reason the live messages are not showing up. Please excuse us while we try and figure this out.
Okay, so maybe I'm not crazy.
Maybe it is, it's just that it's not. Alright. Nope, it's still there. Alright, someone say something in the live chat and we'll see if it'll come up. It should just come up.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Even give us just a little doodly-doo or something like that.
YouTube is constantly changing its kind of setup for things, so
Please don't stab yourself.
I'll try not to. Alright, so this is really nicely built. Look at this. It's really beautiful.
Here, we're coming in for the close-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a noise.
What, the tape?
Yes.
You don't like tape?
Some tape ASMR. Ooh.
Tape AMSR. Tape AMSR.
AMS.
Is that something that kind of caused this channel to not get its monetization?
No, we'll probably get more.
Thanks very much to Rad City Bikes for hooking us up with this. like I say, it's not like a sponsored video. They have just agreed to help us with this experiment, and in the process, yes, yeah, I'm going to review their bike as well. So here we go.
It's a win-win.
Sorry?
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
You get to try their bike. And, I mean, I wouldn't say it's exactly a free bike because you get to, I mean, you have to take it back, but...
Give it back. Yeah, that's why
So,
it's not sponsored.
Yeah.
All right, so what we've got through all of the, most of the packing now. And we're at the point where we can actually start looking at the bike and its construction. Obviously, as with most electric bikes, it's designed more like a men's bike than a women's bike, but it's got this nice sloping top bracket here, or crossbar. So it's got this nice sloping crossbar, so everyone should be able to get over it. And the seat post goes really nice and low. I mean, you wouldn't have to be very tall to fit on here. And
Is that a... Oh, no, that's the...
unlike the UK even, or the EU, Brexit, not in the EU anymore. Unlike the EU, where there are regulations as to how powerful an e-bike can be, there are no such regulations over here as far as I'm aware. So it means that this little puppy can go up to a top speed of like 30 miles an hour, 28 miles per hour.
Ta-da!
Which is really nice. So I wonder where the key is.
Hmm.
The key is in the box. Right. Alright. So far so good. I'm just trying to decide which order to put these things in. Let's just keep unpacking for now and see where we get.
I'm gonna just doot. There we go.
These are actually still attached. I've never seen so many zip ties in my entire life. It's kind of funny.
We're very excited about the zip ties.
Well, there's just a lot of them. Oh, look, there are the keys right here. Zip tied. That's nice. Zip tied.
What was that about zip ties?
To the frame.
Stabby.
Stabby. All right, so
Very stabby. Oh, there we go.
that is how it works, which is cool.
Yay!
And I think if you turn it all the way around, it will probably have a removable position, which I'll figure out in a second. You can charge it on the bike. I don't know if you want to come around this side, Erin.
I will. Here. Whoop.
Might hit the knife on the floor.
Oh, okay.
So if you come around to
nice.
this side, there is actually a little plug there that you can plug your battery into while it's on the bike, so you can charge it in situ if you don't want to take your battery off all the time.
There it is.
Which is pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed with that. Quite interesting.
I like this right here, the Rad City emblem they have on the front. It's very nice.
It's really nicely done, and the colour scheme is really nice too, which is really nice. And if you look at the gears, I mean, this is worth noting here, right? So on your standard mountain bike or your standard tourer bike, you're going to get a set of gears on the front.
Where are we going? This way?
Yeah, you're going to get a set of gears on the front, and then you're going to get a set of gears on the back. Because this is an electric, it doesn't have these front set. And interestingly, I can already see there's some pretty interesting gear ratios going on in the back here. It looks like it's got this. Looks like it's a really low ratio gear.
Whee!
And then
Whoop,
you've
sorry.
got this really nice, really high ratio gear right at the top.
There we go.
Which is interesting, and it really bugs me when people do that with bicycles. I hate when bicycles are left in high gear.
Mm-hmm.
They've done it because of the packing and everything.
Yeah.
But
Let me just try to move
yeah,
the
it's really
packing
cool.
material.
And the lights are integrated as well. It's really nice. If you look here, the power cable actually hides inside the bumper here, and it comes out through this little grommet right here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So, I mean, I'm really impressed with the build quality of this so far.
Nice sturdy looking
rack
rack
I
too.
thought they were going to actually send me some panniers, but they haven't arrived with the bike. So I need to reach out to them and check that they actually did that. Because I mean, it's okay if they didn't, but at the same point, I don't want them to send me something that
Isn't finished.
well, no, I didn't want them to send me something thinking they'd sent me something and then
Yeah.
like them to go, where is the panniers? And I'm like,
I don't know.
All right, so
The rack looks nice and sturdy too, which
the
is
rack
great.
looks lovely, and I really adore this toolkit.
What do we got inside it?
All right, so let's get one of these pieces of Let's get one of these pieces of
We want a piece of foam. Let's see.
The other way around.
One this way.
The other way.
Oh,
Way.
woo, like this.
That's it.
All right.
There we go. All right. So what do we have here? We have a reversible screwdriver. Very cool. We have. That is going to be a. I think that looks like a 6mm to me. 6mm spanner. We have an 8mm spanner. We have an 18mm spanner. And we have a 15mm spanner. And then we have 1, 2, 3 Allen keys. Yes, I might be an American now. 4 Allen keys. I might be an American now, technically, but I still call them Allen keys and spanners. I'm sorry guys, that's the way it is. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put, did I get it right? I did not. I'm going to use this one here. So interestingly, these are all metric as well. So let's undo all of this. And
Here, I should probably move over this way so we can see
undo all of these.
what's going on over here.
Now, before we put these in, what we should have done really, before we took these out, I should spin this round like so, because that's frontwards.
That's important detail.
Yeah. Now, really interesting, really cool, Rad City Power Bikes have a little YouTube video on their channel explaining exactly how you do all of this. So if you're not particularly technically minded, this shouldn't be a major problem for you.
And it's nice that they, like, you know, give you a pack of all the tools that you'll need so you don't have to provide your
I was
own.
like, because like it arrived earlier on, I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
should we do the unboxing video today, or should I wait until like later in the week?
Meh. Nah.
So
Just do it now.
I think that looks like it's the right around to me. Okay. And a nice touch here is that because
Here's that at the front.
yeah,
The nice touch. Let
well,
me
the
just
nice touch in
avoid that.
general is that because of how they've done this, I'm gonna have to put this up like this. Because of how they've designed this whole handlebar setup. I'm gonna have to take this off. I was trying to cheat.
Ooh.
Because of how this is set up, it's really nicely done. I see what you mean about the logo.
Yeah,
It's a really fancy logo.
Isn't it?
It reminds me very much of the old school,
Like a 50s bike or something almost.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
old school logos that Raleigh used to do on their bicycles way back when I was a kid.
It's a very modern, it's a very modern, sleek bike, but with
Yeah.
that little, like a nice kind of almost vintage touch to it. Just that little.
It makes you feel
flaw.
like it's
It's
you
exclusive. It feels very I wouldn't say classic, but almost like it's got quality to it.
It does. It has good quality to it. All right. So this little thing on the floor is nice. This is to protect the forks when you're in transit.
In that.
Now, this is just loosely on here, so I just want you to know that it's loosely on there. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to very carefully cut these off. Now, also, you can lock. Another important thing. Another thing I like about this bike is it's got front suspension forks on it, but you can actually lock the suspension forks in if you don't want them to move or you want to have a certain response. You can actually do that. There we go. It's going to take forever for us to pack this up. I'm really nervous now. I'm like, oh my goodness, how's it going to fit all back in there? And the other important thing to bear in mind, and I think again, it's really important, and you won't know this unless you've ridden an e-bike before. A lot of e-bikes Oops, am I in there? A lot of e-bikes keep the motor, have the motor on the front wheel. You think, why is that a problem? Well, it's a problem because you've then got this heavy front wheel that you have to steer with, and it can sometimes cause problems with the top here with the steering. So, all right. So, let us undo this.
And then do you need me to hand you the front wheel, or?
I'm going to try and do it in a way that doesn't cause the bike to come collapsing down.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, it would be bad. Okay, so this should now just release because I've loosened it enough. Come on.
There we go. One of them came off the...
yeah, I need to get the other one off.
Yeah.
It should just lift off if I'm really careful.
Oh.
It's actually attached somehow. Can we just make sure there's not like a anything down there attaching?
I don't see any zip ties or nothing. Oh, sorry. Let's see. I think it's just here. Hold on 1 second. I don't know. That is very strange. There we go.
All right. So, we need to take that out, I think. For now, I think what I'm going to do, as there's nothing on this side of the bike, I think I can probably just rest it like that for now, for a second, without damaging the front forks or anything else. All right. So, let me just check through. We looked through this box, didn't we? There's nothing in here.
So there's something in there.
Something's rattling. Oh, it's the box. The box inside the box.
Ooh.
Okay. So. I love this. There's a really nice touch here. Okay. Now, if I had a criticism, this would be it. This criticism here, that you have to actually take your quick release bracket off apart to, to reconnect it. And that's only because I've had issues in the past with quick release bolts. I did once have one actually cause me to come off my bike. Alright, so here we go. These are really nice end caps. I think they're just going to pop off here. Let's have a look. There we go. There's one. There's two. Alrighty. So there we have it. That is our front wheel. And it's going to go in that way, which means...
What does it mean? What does it mean?
It means that our quick release bolt is going to go through here like so. Actually, that's not too bad. There is a part of me that really wants to put grease on this because...
Do we have any?
No, I've got some back at home. Let's see if that works. I think it does. Alright. I want to make sure that we're not overstretching the bolt. Alright, so as you can see so far, this bike it's really well packaged. It arrived FedEx, which is their standard shipping method. There's nothing
delivered much more securely than my my computer.
They made sure that it arrived. The FedEx guy actually came up to the studio. We were on the second floor, and he said, "Hey, I've got a bike downstairs. Do you want us to bring it up?" And I said, "Yes, please." So he just came up and brought it up, and that was pretty much it. So the next thing I need to do, I think, is maybe put the mud guards on before I do the next bit. And I've actually done this in the wrong order, but that's okay. I think part of me wants to put it on its head This is how I used to work on bikes when I was a kid. But I don't want to break it.
You need help or you got it? Oh,
No, I got
nope,
it.
you got it.
I can just balance it like that. Cool.
Are the handlebars gonna be okay?
Yeah.
All right.
They're not tied down, but it's close enough right now that it should be fine.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, I mean, I'm really pleased with how well this is put together. It doesn't have that feeling of being rushed or anything like that. Really nicely assembled. And alrighty. I may have to play around with this a bit later. I tend to put the gun like that. It's really nicely done. Nice quality nylock bolts on here. Interestingly, there's a QR code on this so they can identify, I presume, who made the bike and when, which is lovely.
Probably has like a number on it. Probably has like an identification. Yeah. Identification number.
It's just I'm just really impressed.
So where's the QR code?
The QR code is on the bottom of the fork here.
Okay. Whoop, here. I'm coming over.
Okay.
Where is it? Let's see. We have all sorts
Right
of
here.
whoop, whoop, whoop. Hold on. Coming over. All right. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Yep, you're not kidding. There it is. And there's warnings.
Warnings all over it, which is
Warnings, warnings, warnings.
which is good. Now the only criticism I've had so far is undoing the bolt here. It just feels like it's breaking. Can you see it's going click, 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 click?
Oh yeah. Reminds
it
me
is.
of the oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, beans.
So
Reminds me of the rig problems we had at CES.
yeah, that was not fun, was it?
No. Oh, jeez.
So let's put that on
Let's get a close up.
there.
Boop.
So alright, so that's the first problem we've encountered. That doesn't feel like it's the right size.
Naughty, naughty.
Alright, I don't want to... It doesn't feel like it's a 10 mil, but yet it is. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. Because obviously getting this to tighten up afterwards may also be a bit of an issue. So far, the only thing I've criticised is the mudguard.
Mm-hmm.
But...
And I mean, that's, you know, it could be significantly worse.
that is partly, I think, because I hate mudguards. It's a known fact. Alright, so... well, I think I need to look at the manual, because that's obviously in the wrong place. So I'm going to stop, and I'm going to look at the manual.
The one that's all the way in the bottom of the box?
The one that's all the way in the bottom of the
Here,
box
do you want to
that
hold
can't
this?
reach. Yeah, and I'll talk to everybody.
Alright.
And then I'll wait on the side of the box.
So if you got any comments,
I can't see them, by the way. I don't know why.
please let me know. We appear to have issues with our comments. I don't know, maybe somebody did something and we can't read our comments or something. That's the wrong one.
Yeah. Also, a lot of it is definitely in a language I don't know.
All right, let's have a look here. Okay.
I could fit in this box.
You could, but you're not going to,
I
right?
really want to. Nikki, we just talked about how I love boxes. Here, I'll take this.
All right, so let's do the front fender and the light in a second because I don't want to screw it up.
But yeah, so far so good. I'm guessing now that that's the light. I now know what that is. It's the light in that box. So that is it for now. We will be back soon. when the bike is all running. But as I said, I'm gonna be riding this every day to work and back. It's gonna be fun, and you guys get to watch me go through all the fun of riding a bike again. So and hopefully we'll see how much. What we'll do is I'll figure out how much we've saved by doing it, and any other cool things, like any benefits to me, any money benefits, and time benefits too, because we won't be driving obviously down the freeway, we'll be doing a different route. So as usual, like, comment and subscribe, mash the notification bell so you know when there's a new episode on the way. We'll be back soon with more TE goodness. Recording Transport Evolved news for tomorrow. Well, actually it's for Saturday, but we record it on a Friday. So you've got 2 great videos coming today. One is about Tesla Model 3 recommendations, and one is about why electric cars are often late to market. So keep your eyes peeled for those. I'll see you soon. Keep evolving.
Here, we're gonna go ahead and do a real quick kind of look. I want to look at the bike one more time, and we're gonna go ahead and cut it. Let's get a look. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Got the motor. Oh yeah. Rad power.
It goes in at the bottom. I bet that's where it goes. Yeah, it goes in at the bottom.
There we go. Alrighty.
Now I know where it goes.
Now you know.
Bye.